In this short video, I'm going to show you how to work with strings. So strings are just the data type that encapsulates text. So I've made a string called S, and I've given it some text. It says, hello, this is some text, and it's in double quotation marks. That's the indicator that this is text. And then I'm just going to print it out to the console. And here I'm waiting for the user to enter a key just to keep the window open. Now this is a console app. We're not really going to be writing these, but I'm just using this because it's the easiest way to show you this concept. So now if I run my program, it prints out, hello, this is some text with apparently an extra L in there. Okay, what if I wanted to add some extra stuff onto this text? I could say S equals S plus maybe space, and this is some more text, semicolon. So now I'm gonna, let's run this. I'm gonna hit F5 to start my program, and S started out being hello, this is some text, and now what I'm gonna do is add another string onto that. It says, hello, this is some text, and this is some more text. So I can use the plus sign, just like in math, to add things together. I can add strings together, and the Visual Studio or C# understands that as I'm concatenating or appending one string onto another string. So I can use the plus sign to stick strings together. And now when I print this out, it says, oops, hello, this is some text, and this is some more text. So I can use the plus sign to add text strings together. What else can I do with text? Well, strings know how long they are. Let's see. Oh, now if you want to write to the console, CW, tab. Let's say S is blank characters long. So how do I find out how long S is? Well, S has a length property. So I'm going to print out S is space followed by the length of S, S's length, followed by chars long or chars long. And now if I run this, it says S is 52 chars long. So strings know how long they are. They have a length property. And just like in Python, I can treat strings as though they are a list. A string is really just a list of characters. So maybe I can use, let me use a for each loop here. For each character CH in S. So character is the data type. A string is made up of chars. CH is what I'm calling each character as I pull it out of the string. And S is our string. I will do console.write line CH. So now watch what happens here. F9, run. Why does this thing always seem to move to the left just a little bit more? Okay, so I've hit my breakpoint. Now I'm going to loop through this string. What's the first character? Capital H. What's the next character? E. Oops. L. L. See, now I'm examining every character in S one at a time, and it's going to keep doing this until it has run out of characters. And you can see now it has print out all of the characters on a separate line. So if I need to look at the individual characters, like I need to scan through a string looking for something, like we will in the word guessing application, then this is a way to do it. I can also use a for loop for that. I can use a counter to loop through my string and print out all the characters. So what would that look like? Let me get rid of this here. I'm going to comment this out. Okay, so I'm going to make a counter called I, and as long as I is less than the length of the string, s.length, we know how to do that. And then I'm just going to print out the ith character in the string. So S square brackets I. So when I is 0, I'm going to go to the string and I'm going to get out the character 0 characters down. I'm going to get out the first character. Then I will be 1. I will print out the first character, the second character, the third character. This does exactly the same thing, but I'm pulling the characters out using a position rather than using a for each loop. So I is 0. What is the 0th character, the thing in index 0? Well, that's the capital H, right? So now it's going to print out capital H. Now it's going to print out the E, right? We can see it printing out the E there. Now we're going to just, again, we're doing the same thing. We're just printing out the characters one at a time, and we're going to keep going around and around and around and around until we've used up all our until we've printed out all our characters. So that is another way of scanning through a list of strings, or the characters in a string. We can also check to see if a letter is in a string. There is a function called contains. So let's say if s dot contains, and you can scan through here and you can kind of see what functions are in a string. There's a lot of useful functions. We could say if s contains the letter H, we can print out CW tab tab. There is an H in index. Now, how do I know what position it is? Well, I know it's in the string. How do I know what position it is? I can say s dot index of, and I can give it that character too. So now it should say that there's an H in there. Otherwise, I could say console.writeLine, oops, CW tab tab, not found. So if S contains the character H, then I'm going to print out there's an H in index, and then I'm going to actually print out, oops, the index. And it should print out as 0. So let's see. There's an H in index 0. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, what else can I do? Stop this. Let's change this to, I'm going to look for a capital A. There's no capital A. Oh, wait, no, maybe there is. There's an H in index 25. I think I goofed up. There's an A in index 25. Oh, there is a capital A in there. What about a capital Z? I'm pretty sure there's no capital Z. Or lowercase z is fine too. Oops, I got my caps locked on. Not found. It printed out not found. So those are some very useful functions for working with strings. We can use the plus sign to add strings together. We can use a for each loop to scan through each character one at a time. We can also use a for loop to scan through a string one character at a time. If we need to know just is a letter in a string, we can use the contains function. And if we need to know the exact position, we can also use the index of function. So those are some useful ways of working with strings. You will need to use these, particularly this one, the for each loop, and the contains function when you are working in the number guess program. So, not number guess, sorry, word guess. So there you go. That'll help you with that project.